as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Anderson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Newton now on second down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. Fresh set of downs here. Now a give, right side it's Rawls. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll set up a throw. Jordan Reed has it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
They're going to look to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
And this will be a dump off for Keller. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And here now it's 2nd and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Dawson's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
There goes Thomas Rolls. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Thomas Rolls, 78 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw can complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Pirine. Room here to run. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
The backup, Rob Kelly, his first carry. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Counterplay, Rawls. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. 2nd and just 1. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll hand to Rawls. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Design run for their wideout. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're in position to do so.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Redskins on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Pirine, and he is going to lose yardage here. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now Pirine. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Here we go now.
They'll run again with Pirine. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Green, 39.
Kelly, 3rd and goal. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Washington, The win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.